played 1,068 games, grabbed over 10,000 rebounds, scored more than 13,000 points, and committed 3,851 personal fouls, one of the highest totals in NBA history. To his teammates, he was the backbone. To his enemies, a villain in sneakers, a master agitator, a necessary evil on a team of rebels. This is the story of Bill Laimbeer, basketball's unapologetic outlaw. A man who made pain his playbook and banners his redemption. Born on May 19, 1957 in Boston, Massachusetts, William Laimbeer Jr. was raised in the affluent suburb of Clarendon Hills, Illinois. His father, William Laimbeer Sr., was a successful executive, providing the family with a comfortable lifestyle. Yet, despite this privilege, young Bill was drawn to the gritty game of basketball, spending countless hours perfecting his shot in the family driveway. Attending Palos Verdes High School in California, Laimbeer's height made him a natural fit for the basketball team. However, he wasn't the most athletic player on the court. What he lacked in agility, he compensated with sheer determination and a burgeoning reputation for physical play. Laimbeer's collegiate journey was anything but smooth. Enrolling at the University of Notre Dame, he faced academic challenges, even becoming academically ineligible after his freshman year. But adversity only fueled his resolve. Returning to the Fighting Irish, he carved out a role for himself, averaging modest numbers, but showcasing a tenacity that would become his trademark. The 1979 NBA draft saw Laimbeer selected 65th overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers, a testament to the doubts surrounding his athleticism and potential. Opting to refine his skills overseas, he spent a season in Italy, averaging impressive numbers and proving his mettle. Upon his return to the NBA, Laimbeer began to make his presence felt. It was with the Detroit Pistons that Laimbeer's legacy would be cemented. Joining the team in 1982, he became the cornerstone of the infamous Bad Boys, a moniker that epitomized their aggressive and unrelenting style of play. Laimbeer's approach was polarizing. His physicality and penchant for mind games made him a target for both opponents and fans. The Pistons' battles with the Chicago Bulls were legendary, a clash of styles and personalities. At the heart of it was the simmering rivalry between Bill Laimbeer and Michael Jordan. The Pistons, and Laimbeer especially, were determined to impose their will, to not back down to the rising force that was Jordan. This was more than basketball. It was a fight for respect. Laimbeer's tactics were as much psychological as they were physical. He mastered the art of the flop, drawing offensive fouls and frustrating adversaries. His ability to get under the skin of even the most composed players was unparalleled. Some might say it was just basketball, but for Laimbeer, it was a constant struggle to validate his place among the game's elite. He knew he wasn't as naturally gifted as Jordan, but he refused to be intimidated. That refusal, that inner drive, is what fueled his controversial style. Yet to label Laimbeer merely as an agitator would be an injustice. Beyond the bruises and brawls was a player of considerable skill. A formidable rebounder, he led the league in 1985-86 with 13th boards per game, ending Moses Malone's 5-year reign. Offensively, Laimbeer was ahead of his time, a big man with a reliable outside shot, stretching defenses and creating opportunities for his teammates. His contributions were instrumental in leading the Pistons to back-to-back championships in 1989 and 1990. The 1991 Eastern Conference Finals marked a turning point. The Bulls, having finally overcome the Pistons, swept them. The Pistons walking off the court without congratulations that moment cemented the hatred that many fans felt. That moment still creates debate today. That emotional toll was real. To be constantly booed and vilified takes a very strong individual. But Laimbeer thrived in that environment. After retiring in 1993, Laimbeer transitioned to coaching, finding success in the WNBA with the Detroit Shock and later with the Las Vegas Aces. His coaching philosophy mirrored his playing days. emphasizing toughness, discipline, and resilience. Even years later, the emotions surrounding Laimbeer remain raw. He's unapologetic, but perhaps there's a hint of something deeper. A sense of pride, yes, but also a recognition of the complex legacy he's left behind. Bill Laimbeer remains one of basketball's most enigmatic figures, a player whose legacy is etched not just in championships and statistics, but in the very psyche of the game. Love him or hate him, his impact is undeniable.